I want to talk to you today about something extraordinary. Something that touches every single life in this room, every single dream in your heart, and every single result you'll ever hold in your hand. It's called the discipline of destiny. Now I know, destiny is a big word. It feels like it belongs in old books, or maybe in some faraway story where heroes go off on quests. But let me tell you something, your destiny is not out there in some book. It's not locked in a vault, waiting for you to stumble across it. Pause, your destiny is written in the choices you make every single day. And the pen you write with? That's called discipline. Destiny is not just what happens to you, it's what you decide to make happen. See, when I was a young man, I used to think destiny was a matter of chance. That if you were born lucky, into the right family, with the right connections, then everything else would fall into place. But I learned, thankfully, before it was too late. That destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. And those choices are fueled by discipline. Now, discipline is a funny word. People hear it, and they think about punishment. They think about restriction. But let me give you Jim Rohn's definition of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, your goals are nothing more than wishes. With it, your wishes become achievements. I want you to imagine for a moment two roads. On one road, we see a person with big dreams. They talk about them, they post about them, they even dream about them every night. But on this road, there is no discipline. They sleep in late, they skip the hard work, they avoid the uncomfortable conversations. And years later, you'll find them in the same place they started, still dreaming. But then there's the other road. The road of discipline. On this road, the person may not talk as much. They may not shout about their dreams. But they wake up early. They write things down. They keep promises to themselves. They do the thing they don't want to do, when it needs to be done. And years later, oh my, years later, they don't just have dreams, they have results. They don't just have hope, they have destiny. So destiny is shaped by discipline. Now let me share with you a truth, discipline is not easy. Pause, if it were easy, everybody would have six-pack abs, perfect bank accounts, and glowing relationships. Smile, discipline requires the courage to say no to the easy road, and yes to the right road. It requires you to suffer today for the reward tomorrow. And that, my friends, is where most people turn back. But here's the key, the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Pause, oh, let me say that again, the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. I'd rather feel the weight of discipline on my shoulders today than carry the coffin of regret tomorrow. See, life has a price. You either pay the price of discipline now, or the price of regret later. The first is measured in effort, the second is measured in sorrow. And the tragedy is, many people choose regret. But you don't have to. You can choose differently. Now let me tell you how discipline connects with destiny. Every disciplined action you take is like planting a seed. You may not see the harvest tomorrow. You may not even see it next week. But discipline guarantees that something is growing underground. And one day you'll wake up, and your field will be full. People will look at you and say, wow, how lucky. But you'll smile, because you'll know it wasn't luck. It was discipline. Let me give you an example. When I was in my 20s, I was broke. Pause, not just broke, I was broke and embarrassed. Laugh softly, and a wise man told me, Jim, if you want to change your life, you've got to change your philosophy, and then you've got to discipline your actions. So I started small. I disciplined myself to read a book a month. Then a book a week. I disciplined myself to save $1, even when I only had 10. I disciplined myself to write down my goals every morning. And guess what? A few years later, I wasn't broke anymore. I wasn't lost anymore. My destiny had shifted. Not because the world changed, but because I did. Applause. That's the discipline of destiny. Destiny doesn't come to you because you want it. It comes because you're prepared for it. Pause, you see, opportunity is always knocking. The question is, will discipline have you ready to open the door? Now let me warn you, discipline is not glamorous. It's not dramatic. No one's going to throw you a party because you woke up at 5 a.m. No one's going to clap because you said no to dessert, or because you studied when everyone else was partying. Smile, but discipline is silent greatness. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And its whisper builds into a roar when destiny finally arrives. Let me paint this for you. Imagine a sculptor, chiseling away at a block of marble. Day after day, chip after chip, tiny pieces fall to the floor. It looks like nothing is happening. People pass by and laugh, you're wasting your time. But then, one day, after countless strikes of the chisel, the shape emerges. A masterpiece. That's discipline. Quiet, steady, relentless, until destiny takes form. Applause. So the question I want to ask you is, what destiny are you chiseling? Pause, and are you willing to strike the chisel every single day, even when no one claps? Discipline is also contagious. One area of discipline creates strength in another. When you discipline your body, your mind becomes sharper. When you discipline your finances, your relationships improve. When you discipline your time, your opportunities multiply. Discipline compounds. It multiplies. And destiny is the harvest of that compound effect. But let me add this, discipline without vision is slavery. You don't just discipline yourself for the sake of punishment. You discipline yourself for the sake of destiny. For the sake of the dream that burns inside you. That's what makes discipline worth it. Pause. So let me tell you something powerful. Your destiny is not written in the stars, it's written in your habits. Your future is not carved in stone, it's carved in your choices. And the tool you carve with? Discipline. You want to be successful? Discipline. You want to be healthy? Discipline. You want to be respected? Discipline. You want to leave a legacy? Discipline. Discipline is the DNA of destiny. Applause. Now, I'm not telling you this to overwhelm you. I'm telling you this to empower you. Because here's the good news, discipline is not something you're born with, it's something you build. You can start today. You can start with one small promise. Keep that promise, and then make another. And another. Before you know it, discipline becomes character, and character becomes destiny. Remember this, destiny is not far away. It's here. It's now. It's hidden in the little choices you make today. So let me challenge you tonight, pause, go home, write down the destiny you want. Then write down the disciplines it will take. And then, pause, just begin. Begin today. Begin with courage. Begin with faith. Begin with discipline. And one day, when your destiny arrives, you'll look back and you'll be grateful you paid the price. Because destiny doesn't belong to the lucky. It doesn't belong to the gifted. It belongs to the disciplined. And my friends, it can belong to you.